All right, hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about multiplying fractions. I know this is something that everybody's been waiting for, so let's go ahead and jump right in, right? So multiplying fractions, I'm going to do 3 examples, and the first one is going to be multiplying fractions by fractions. The second one is going to be multiplying fractions by whole numbers, and then the last one is going to be multiplying mixed numbers, all right? So first example is fractions by fractions. So there's only a couple steps to doing this, and it's super easy, so pay attention. Write this down in your notes. How you do this is you basically, we got a fraction here. We have 3/8 times 1/4, and I'm sorry, for some reason it did not put a fraction bar on top of or in between my fractions. But anyway, we have 3/8 times 1/4. So you essentially just start with your 3/8, and you're going to multiply that times 1/4. All right, so you rewrite it as 3 times 1 over 8 times 4. All right. All you're doing in this is you're going to multiply your numerator times your numerator, and that's what we have here. And you're going to multiply your denominator times your denominator, and that's what we have here. All right? So once you have it set up, you go ahead and multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. 8 times 4 is 32. So my answer is 3/32. That's all there is to it. All right, our next example is multiplying fractions times whole numbers. So in this case, I have 2/3 times 3. All right, our first step is to turn our whole number into a fraction. So how you do that is you basically just take your whole number and put it over 1. All right, and that's all there is to it. It doesn't matter what the whole number is. It could be 1, it could be 7, it could be 15, it could be 1,572,011. Put it over 1. That's all you have to do. All right, so here we have 2 times 3 over 3 times 1. All right, so once again, you multiply numerator times your numerator. 2 times 3, that's where we got this 2 and this 3 from. And that's going to give us 6. Make that 6 a little better. And then I'm multiplying my denominators together. 3 times 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Now, this one has a unique situation that our last example didn't have. I have 6 over 3. This I can simplify. All right? And you can simplify this. Matter of fact, let me just erase that equal sign real quick. Where is... There we go. There, let's erase that. And rewrite this as, well, first of all, let me say this. We can simplify this. We have to use what we know about greatest common factors. All right, we want to simplify it by the greatest common factor. And if we look at all the factors of 6, we have 1, 2, 3, and 6. And all our factors of 3 are 1 and 3. So the greatest common one is 3. All right, so we divide the top and the bottom by 3. All right, and our simplified answer, 6 divided by 3, is 2, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. So what you wind up with is 2. Okay, simple enough. Okay, so our last example is multiplying mixed numbers. I have, on the left, we're going to work with this one first. It is 2.5 times 3 over 5, and I actually need to have a fraction bar right here, and for some reason it doesn't show up. Anyway, so how you do this is you have to turn your mixed number into an improper fraction. And to do that, you multiply your denominator times your whole number, and then you add your numerator. So in this case, we have 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. So I have 5 over 2. and I multiply that times 3 over 5. All right, so we rewrite it 5 times 3 over 2 times 10. There we go. Not 2 times 10. What am I thinking? Not 2 times 10. It is 2 times 5. All right, 2 times 5, excuse me. All right, so we have 2 times 5. All right, now, unlike the other problem that we just did, I can, well, not unlike, we can do it anytime, but if they're simplifying to be done, you can do it before you multiply, and that may help you in some cases. So here, you have to find a number that you can simplify both in the numerator and the denominator. All right, you can't just do one, or you can't do both the numbers in the numerator, or both. It has to be one out of the numerator, one out of the denominator. All right, so we have the 5s. I can simplify the 5s. The greatest common factor of 5 is 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. All right, so that leaves me with 1 times 3, and 2 times 1. All right, 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. All right, this is an improper fraction, so we need to simplify that. And imagine if we would have did it before without the simplifying here, we would have had 15 over 10, and that just would have been bigger numbers, and it wouldn't have been as much fun. But here we have 3 over 2. It's much easier to work with. So to turn the mixed number, the improper fraction into a mixed number, you have to divide the numerator by the denominator. So 3 divided by 2. All right, it won't go evenly, obviously, but 3 will go into 2 one time, and you have 1 remaining, and that 1 goes as your numerator over the existing 2. So our answer is 1.5. All right, let's go do the next example. The next example is 2 mixed numbers. All right, so you just have to do the same thing we did over here. We have to turn them into improper fractions, both of these, and then you just do your multiplication. So we multiply 1 times 5, we get 5, plus 3 is 8. So we have 8 over 5 times, and we got to come up with our other fraction, so we have 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9, 9 over 5. Why did I have both 5s? I don't know. Alright, so anyway, now I would rewrite it. Okay, so you have 8 times, my multiplication sign will come up, times 9, and then we have 5 times 5. Okay, I look to see if I can simplify anything. That is a 9. And I can't simplify the 8 and 5. I can't simplify the 9 and 5. So I just have to go ahead and multiply. Alright, 8 times 9 is 72. Alright, 5 times 5 is 25. Alright, once again, that leaves me with an improper fraction. So I need to divide 72 by 25. I know 25 times 2 is 50. 25 times 3 is 75. So it's not going to be more than that. So it's a 2. That is a 2, by the way. And some number over 25. Well, 72, what is that, 22? Hope I did my subtraction right in my head. But if I, and I guess we can go ahead and do it just to be on the safe side. If I subtract, yeah, that's right. Because I would have 50. So 50 from 72 is 22. Yeah, so that's right. And that's my answer. 2 and 22 25ths. All right, so not all your numbers are going to be this big. Doesn't really matter. If you follow the steps, you should be fine. So make sure you're taking your notes and you're answering your questions and you're in class ready for your assignment.